Hey y'all, welcome to B's Intuition. I'm B and I'm back with another General Collective Energy message. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I do cuss and I do tell the truth, so if you don't like either one of the two, then you probably should move on. I've already prayed over the cards and the energy, so we're just going to hop in and get this message. Please remember to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe, especially to those of you that are viewing the channel but have not yet subscribed. You don't want to miss out on the messages that God has for you. Also, please remember to take what resonates only and leave the rest for whoever it's for. Every message will not be your message. So with that being said, y'all, let's hop in. So I hope you guys are having a blessed day on today. For those of you that don't know, we do have a Patreon page. It is B's Intuition on Patreon. So you guys are more than welcome to join us. So somebody needs to know that the long journey that they've been on, it has a purpose. Or the long journey, that somebody could be going on, it has a purpose. Maybe somebody, could be traveling, like long distance. There is a purpose behind it. I feel like, it could be a physical purpose, as far as, like the long journey. But I feel like it's also a spiritual purpose. I also heard the dust is settling. So there could be some type of confusion, that could be made clear. Or, like something, could be made clear to somebody. This could have something to do, with, like a long journey, like the purpose, of the long journey. Or, like somebody, could, like they could, like travel on a long journey, and, like, in them traveling, they could, find out, like what their purpose is. Or, somebody, could like astro travel, and like they could, like discover their purpose. Or somebody, could be about to discover, like the purpose of something. But let's just hop in and see what's going on, y'all. At the bottom of the deck, we got receiving a package out here. Somebody, could be receiving some type of package, somebody, could be, like work, like for a delivery company. So somebody, could like work for UPS, FedEx, Amazon. But this person is signing something. So I feel like, that somebody, needs to, like, make sure, that like whatever, like they're signing, like they're paying attention to what they're signing out here. Holy Spirit. We got the wall to success and victory out here. So maybe, like somebody, is getting ready to sign something and it has something to do, with like their career. It has something to do, with like their success out here. But I feel like with this card coming out, especially, with somebody, like receiving some type of package, this is giving me, like somebody, like being looked at as, like the whole package. So, like there could be a job, they could be looking at somebody, like they're the whole package, like they have everything that we need, like to benefit this company. This person is actually reaching up for the blue button. So somebody, could, like reach out to somebody. Because that blue, because this is like the chakras card as well. I don't know, somebody's chakras could be all over the place. But the blue chakra, yeah, it's the throat chakra. So somebody, could receive some type of communication out here. Somebody, could reach out to somebody. Give me another one, please. Or somebody, could receive, like some type of response. So somebody, has, like reached out. Let's just say, when it comes to a job, I feel like like somebody's going to receive some type of response out here. But we got thirsty boots. So be aware of thirsty boots. Somebody, would benefit, like with drinking water, Somebody, could be dehydrated out here. Somebody's urine could be really, really dark. Because if y'all see this background, it's like, like a dark yellow. So somebody's urine could be really, really, really dark out here. But somebody, could, like they could reach out to somebody, because they could be, like thirsty for something. So be aware. Yeah, whoever this is, they're going down. Or this is the going up card. Somebody, could be moving on up. But this is the going up card. So this is like, yeah, an uphill battle. I'm hearing a song. I've channeled this song before. I think multiple times. They said I wouldn't make it. They said I wouldn't be here today. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, the song is called I'm Still Holding On. It says, they said I wouldn't make it. They said I wouldn't be here today. They said I never amount to anything. But I'm glad to say that I'm on my way. So, yeah. That's what came out. Somebody climbing the wall to success and victory out here. And I'm going more and more each day. There were many that started out with me, but now they've gone astray. But I'm still holding on. I'm still holding on. I'm still holding to his hand. You see, when I was young, I gave God my hand and I told him to lead the way. Though the road has been rough and the going's been mighty tough, still I'm going nowhere. I'm right here to stay. Though I've been talked about and I've been criticized, I had to wipe many tears from my eyes, but I'm still holding on. I'm still holding on to his hand. I'm still holding on. I'm still in God's holy plan, and I'm bound for the promised land. I will never let go of his hand. Through trials and tribulations, I'm still holding on. Yes, I'm still in God's holy plan. Though you've scandalized my name, I'm still holding on, and I'm bound for the promised land. So going back to, what I channeled as far as, the long journey, but there was a purpose. Somebody definitely needs to know that, they're still in God's plan, the Most High God, is going to, make good on the promises that were made. So I feel like, like somebody, just needs to continue, to focus, continue, to be determined, continue to have faith out here. But, the long journey, could have been an uphill battle, whatever, trials and tribulations that somebody has gone through, it could have been an uphill battle. But I feel like, like the dust is settling for somebody. We got the tug of war. So I don't know. There could be somebody, that, like they want to go back and forth with somebody, or they want somebody to go back and forth with them. This could be, like in some type of argument out here. I don't know. Somebody could be a lawyer, or somebody, would benefit, with like getting a lawyer. That's what I'm picking up. So I feel like somebody just needs to be aware. Somebody, could just be so thirsty for somebody's energy that they're willing, to, stage, like an argument, or, like try to cause some type of drama, just to, just to, like get some energy from somebody. So I feel like somebody just needs to be aware. Somebody, could be trying to pull on somebody's energy, because that's also, one of the pulling on the energy cards. So, do what you need to do, to protect your energy. But somebody definitely, could have picked their side. Or somebody, they've picked some type of side. This could be somebody, going back to the song, like somebody, that, like they went astray. Now they realize that they picked the wrong side, and they could be trying to, come back, like in somebody's energy. But somebody definitely, somebody's still holding on to something. Still holding on to somebody's energy, somebody's property. But I feel like that there is somebody, that like, they're still holding on to God's word. They're still holding on, like to God's promises, when it comes to their life. We got the gift card. So, I mean, somebody, could receive a gift. We did see, somebody receiving a package. So, somebody, could be receiving a gift. But there is somebody, that could be, like thirsty, to, know some information. So, somebody, could know that somebody has spiritual gifts. And so, yeah, one of the reasons why they would reach out to somebody, is so that they can get some information. Yeah. So somebody's definitely, being told, like to protect themselves, protect their energy. This is also, too, like the place and blame card. So, I don't know, if, like somebody, knows that they messed up and they're going to try to, like give somebody something. But we definitely did talk, yesterday, I think it was on YouTube about, the dragging me to hell energy. Somebody, attaching some type of entity, to, to an item or something. So, going back to, the energy yesterday, be aware, of, like accepting things. Be aware, of, like, receiving, like a package and you didn't, order anything. And then, like you signed for it, not knowing where it came from, why you're receiving it and things of that nature. Why is this climbing the wall to success and victory out here? We got the Tower card. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with an L. Somebody definitely is about to take an L, or they already have. So that could be why somebody, could be about to reach out, because they done took some type of L out here. They could be going through some type of storm. But I feel like if they're going through, like some type of storm, it's meant for them to go through some type of storm out here. It's meant, for some type of change to take place. If somebody, is, like trying to pull on somebody's energy, it's about to get real sticky for somebody. But there could be, like a physical storm. So, for those of you, that could be, like, in the area of the storm, just be aware, if you have like a physical storm. But with this lightning, this is giving me, like God's wrath. We have a God's wrath card in the other deck. But with this lightning, it's giving me, God's wrath. Why is Thirsty Boots out here? We got the Big Blessing card. And if y'all see, it's two little boats surrounding the big boat. So there's a blessing that's being escorted in out here for somebody. I don't know. Somebody, could be thirsty, like for a blessing. You know what I mean? Thirsty, for like somebody's, like forgiveness. Thirsty, I feel like, I feel like somebody possibly, this is also giving me too, like blessing in disguise. So somebody, could receive a blessing in disguise, or there's somebody, that, like they realize, that somebody, was a blessing in disguise out here. I don't know. There definitely, could be a storm coming. It could be, like a physical storm or a spiritual storm, but with this cruise ship being out here, I feel like they're, for those of you, that could be on a cruise, going on a cruise, or, like, or know people, that, are going on a cruise. I feel like there's some people that need to be, cautious, because there could be, like a big storm, Yeah, now I'm picking up. Y'all know how when Jesus and Peter and them, were out on the water, and there was a storm that came, and it was, really scaring Peter and them, when Jesus was asleep. And, basically Peter was like, "Oh, Jesus, it's a storm. We're going to, capsize, we're not going to, make it, or, whatever." I'm just, paraphrasing. When Jesus was like, "Oh, Peter, ye of little faith," So I don't know, somebody's faith could be being tested out here. Or maybe somebody's faith was already tested and somebody passed the test. Why is this tug of war here? We got excluded. So, I don't know. There could be somebody, you know, that, yeah, they could have, you know, like, try to make somebody feel excluded out here. Somebody, you know, could find out, you know, that, yeah, like they were left out of something. Or somebody, you know, could find out that, yeah, like they were, you know, like protected from something, or they're being protected from something. Because, yeah, this is the karma hitting like a freight train. So karma definitely, yeah, could be hitting somebody like a freight train. So somebody, you know, could be, you know, like going through some type of storm out here. I feel like, you know, there is somebody, you know, especially with this big blessing coming out. This is like, yeah, like somebody sent, you know, like to be a blessing, you know. So, yeah. But somebody didn't know that somebody was a blessing. So, yeah, somebody, you know, was a, you know, a blessing in disguise. But whoever this is, they could have treated somebody, you know, like, yeah, like that they weren't a blessing, or, you know, like that they, you know, like didn't matter, or, you know, it's giving me entitled energy as well. But I feel like that somebody, you know, possibly, you know, they didn't know, you know, like, yeah, like the actions, you know, that they took against somebody, or the actions that they, you know, were doing, you know, yeah, like they didn't know, you know, yeah, like how it was going to affect, you know, like their life, if that makes any sense. Why is this tower here? So somebody, you know, could be, you know, going through a tower moment, you know, a tower moment of realization. We got King of Pentacles, so Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Heavy Taurus. Somebody's greedy out here. Y'all see all this stuff around this person? Somebody's stubborn, greedy. I feel like somebody, whoever this is, they're very sinful. So be aware of whoever this sinful thirsty boots is. This could be somebody that somebody, you know, could have had a kid with. This could be somebody, you know, that could be thirsty, you know, to have a kid with somebody. Or this is just somebody, yeah, that, you know, they have a, you know, like childish, immature mindset. But on another note, yeah, there definitely, yeah, could be somebody, you know, that, yeah, like, they could be transforming, you know. So they could be transforming, you know, this is giving me, you know, like rags to riches, you know. So somebody, you know, that didn't have a lot, you know, yeah, they're about to have a lot. But I feel like it has something to do, you know, with, yeah, like somebody being blessed out here. So I feel like yeah, like somebody, you know, they know that they're blessed, you know. And somebody, you know, possibly, yeah, they don't have a lot, but they know that they're blessed, you know, because, yeah, they woke up this morning, you know, they have breath in their body, you know, they have food to eat, you know, their kids are happy, you know, their family is happy. But I feel like that because, you know, like somebody, you know, yeah, like has appreciated, you know, like what humans consider as small things, which waking up in the morning is not something small, but people take it for granted. I feel like because somebody, you know, hasn't taken life for granted, or because somebody, you know, yeah, they've appreciated, you know, like, yeah, whatever, you know, has come their way, you know, regardless, you know, of the trials and tribulations, somebody still held on, somebody still kept moving forward. I feel like yeah, something good, you know, is, yeah, about to happen for somebody. But somebody definitely doesn't know something out here, because we got the Two of Pentacles. So somebody doesn't know something. So somebody, you know, could be about to find out, but they don't know. But it goes back to, yeah, like somebody doesn't know, you know, like their actions, you know. They're not aware of, you know, like their actions, how their actions affect themselves and possibly, yeah, like other people. There could be somebody, you know, that, yeah, they could want to reach out to somebody. And maybe, you know, like they don't know what to say. But the Two of Pentacles came back out, and it came back out in the reverse. So somebody, you know, could have made up their mind out here. I don't know. Or somebody, yeah, they're going to make some type of decision. But somebody's indecisive. I feel like whoever this is in this King of Pentacles energy, yeah, like they're very indecisive when it comes to, you know, like certain things. So maybe, you know, yeah, like they're gonna, you know, like make some type of decision out here. We got the Chariot at the bottom of the deck. So somebody, you know, is gonna move forward regardless. I don't know if somebody, you know, thought that somebody, you know, wasn't gonna move forward. This is like, yeah, a boss, you know, like firing somebody and then, yeah, you know, thinking, you know, that they're not gonna get another job. Ooh-wee. We got Judgment. So somebody, you know, could be under judgment out here. But in the song, it said, you know, like, yeah, like somebody's been talked about. You know, like people have, you know, like scandalized somebody's name. But somebody, you know, yeah, they're still holding on. Maybe somebody doesn't know how somebody is still holding on, you know. Maybe somebody doesn't know how somebody, you know, is still moving forward, you know, after all that they've done. Yeah, after all they've done. They try to, yeah, cause somebody, you know, like so many burdens out here. Somebody definitely, yeah, trying to hide behind, you know, like some type of actions. Because wands are actions. But with this excluded and this person, you know, like carrying these wands, this is like, yeah, like somebody being excluded from carrying some type of burdens. Somebody being excluded, you know, from, yeah, like, this is like, yeah, every man for themselves type of energy. So, I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody is fighting their own battle. So maybe there's somebody, you know, that, yeah, they're going to have to, you know, like, yeah, stand on their own 2 feet, you know, and fight, you know, like whatever battle that they're going through. But I just heard the battle is not yours, it's the Lord's. So I feel like the Most High God, you know, yeah, could be, you know, like fighting on somebody's behalf out here. Somebody, you know, could be listening to like a lot of gospel music, or somebody, you know, could, you know, like be a gospel singer. Somebody, you know, could, you know, like be religious, or, you know, something about church is significant. I don't know. Maybe there's, you know, like a pastor or something, you know, from somebody's church that didn't think, you know, that they were going to, you know, like, yeah, leave the church, you know, and yeah, find a new one. While somebody is feeding, you know, like their ego, somebody, you know, is feeding their soul. So, yeah. But we talked about, yeah, people, you know, being, you know, like on the earthly plane, and then other people, you know, like, yeah, being on, you know, like the spiritual plane. But with all this stuff, yeah. There definitely could be somebody, you know, that, yeah, like they have everything they want, but they still don't feel complete out here. And that's sad. If somebody, you know, was trying to, you know, like get somebody to be left out of some type of plan, or get somebody, you know, to, yeah, like not have something, somebody, yeah, is about to have something bigger out here. We got graduation day. So somebody, you know, could be graduating out here. You know, somebody, you know, could be graduating from college. Somebody, you know, could be graduating, you know, from, yeah, like spiritual college, you know. But somebody definitely, yeah, is leveling up out here. Or somebody's about to level up, because somebody, yeah, has learned some type of lessons out here. And somebody definitely, yeah, has acquired a lot of wisdom along the way. So, yeah, going back to, you know, like the long journey has a purpose. Yep. So, congratulations. Yep. But something, yeah, something was a blessing in disguise, or something is a blessing in disguise, or somebody was a blessing in disguise. It was just covered. It was just cloaked. Somebody was covered. Somebody was cloaked. Somebody is covered. So yeah, somebody's protected out here. But yep, something, was cloaked or hidden, for, yeah, like, possibly, yeah, for somebody's protection, or possibly, yeah, like something, wasn't revealed to somebody, until, yeah, like somebody was ready, or that could be what somebody, was doing. But if y'all see this person is trying to cover their face with a hat, so I don't know, somebody's covering up some lies. Somebody, could be covering for somebody out here. Yeah. Somebody needs to, yeah, use caution out here. But it's something about, yeah, self-protection as well. So, I don't know. Maybe somebody needs to get some self-protection, Everybody is entitled, to, yeah, self-protection. Everybody is entitled, based off of, like our Constitution and our Bill of Rights, to have self-protection. Something about self-protection is very significant. But it's also too, yeah, self-protection. Like, like, yeah, spiritually protecting self. We got the street card, but it came out in the reverse. So somebody's not from the streets out here. Or maybe, yeah, somebody, yeah, they grew up a certain type of way, but they just don't look like, they grew up a certain type of way, So, somebody, yeah, they could be, successful and, doing good in their life. But, yeah, they could have came, from, yeah, a impoverished community, They could have, yeah, like went through a lot in their, like their childhood. And so, yeah. Don't take somebody's kindness for weakness, or don't judge a book by its cover, Just because somebody's a lawyer don't mean that, yeah, like they won't protect themselves. Or just because somebody, yeah, is a lawyer don't mean, that, yeah, like, yeah, I feel like that it's giving me, like, yeah, like, people, could look at somebody, one way, but yeah, like, they don't know, like, yeah, like the other side of somebody is what I'm picking up too. But this is also too, like, yeah, like people looking at somebody, like, yeah, they're of the light, they're loving, they're, yeah, they're all things light, until, yeah, like something happens to where, yeah, like the dark side comes out. Because, yeah, everybody that has a light side has a dark side. Everybody that has a dark side has a light side. I feel like somebody's balanced when it comes, to, yeah, like they're dark and they're light. But, yeah, I feel like somebody doesn't need to be pushed. Maybe somebody knows it. But the streets definitely, yeah, could be talking out here. But there's also somebody, yeah, like they're not for the streets. So something about, like, yeah, like, I don't know if, people were saying that somebody, yeah, like they, for the streets, they're for everybody. But yeah, with this street card coming out in the reverse, yeah, somebody is not for everybody. Somebody is not for the streets. Somebody ain't built like somebody out here. Or yeah, like they're somebody, yeah, they're like cut from a different cloth than somebody else. Yeah. Somebody could be a divine feminine. This is about a divine feminine. There could be a divine feminine, that, yeah, could be in, like their king, like in the King of Pentacles energy. So, yeah, career driven, about that, about that, moolah, you know what I mean? But, like in a good way, Wow. I feel like like somebody, has learned, like a lot of lessons out here. And I feel like, it's time for somebody, like to celebrate themselves. Somebody, has acquired, a lot of wisdom when it comes, like to building prosperity out here. Uh-huh. But there is somebody that definitely, sees somebody's potential. So there could be somebody, that could be watching somebody, and they see somebody's potential out here. So somebody, could receive, like some type of, like opportunity out here. But somebody definitely, could have, like found out some information, and it has something to do with somebody trying to do some type of ritual on somebody. Or somebody, they could be about to find out, but I feel like somebody has already found out. Uh-huh. Wow, we got addict at the bottom of the deck. So somebody could be an addict out here. Somebody, could be addicted to somebody's energy. Somebody, could be addicted to somebody. Somebody, could be addicted to, like a certain type of lifestyle. Somebody, could be addicted to confusion. Or somebody, could be trying to cause, like some type of confusion out here. Somebody's about to receive some chaotic consequences. Somebody, could be destructive and disorderly out here. Somebody has an intense desire for control. So somebody, could be trying to hide that. Like hide, who they really are. I don't know if somebody doesn't think that somebody, like somebody, I feel like somebody doesn't think that somebody knows who they really are. We got a charger. Somebody, could drive a charger. Somebody definitely, could be trying to use, like somebody's energy, like to, like recharge themselves. But I feel like whoever this person is, like with this cloak and this charger, this is like, like somebody, not knowing, like how high somebody's energy is or how potent somebody's energy is, and then they get into somebody's energy, and it causes, like chaotic consequences. Mm-hmm. But somebody definitely is being told, like to, like be patient out here. Because, the dust is settling. But somebody definitely, could be about to, like come across people that they can build like strong bonds and connections with in a very significant way. Somebody, could be, going through, like some type of physical renewal out here. But somebody possibly, could be wanting to ask for some type of forgiveness out here. I don't know. Somebody, could live on the street. Or somebody, could, live, like, in their car. But we got crown. So, somebody, this crown belongs to somebody out here. Somebody definitely, is a master manifester. Mm-hmm. But there's also a clown out here. I don't know. Because on the card it says laugh at. So going back to, somebody's still holding on, through all the, the negative talk, through all the scandalizing of somebody's name, somebody's still holding on out here. But it's something about revenge. So I don't know if somebody's trying to hide the fact that they want to get some type of revenge on somebody. But I did do a message on Patreon, and it was about like somebody not having to do nothing, because Vengeance is God's, says God. Yeah, so somebody don't have to do nothing. Somebody just needs to, continue to wear their crown and wear it proudly. But there's somebody that definitely, could be afraid to move on out here. Whoever this is, they stay stagnant. This is somebody that possibly, needs to let go of the past. So somebody, is afraid to move on from the past. Somebody hasn't changed. Yeah, somebody's stubborn out here. Somebody, could be losing some type of motivation. Somebody definitely, could be about to, like receive, like some type of clarity out here. But it could have something to do with, like this tower moment. So something about, somebody, like being tore down to be built back up. Or something is being tore down, and getting built back up. But this is like, like a person, We got fleeting. So here today, gone tomorrow. Love, hate. We got family or past connection. So somebody's family could be involved, or somebody from somebody's past could be involved. We got coming in with advice and guidance. So somebody, could be coming in with some type of advice or some guidance. But I feel like whoever this is, this is somebody, that, they're here today, gone tomorrow. Like they're here for, like a good time, not a long time. Or something like that. There's somebody that possibly, they haven't been around. They could be trying to come in to give somebody some type of advice or some guidance or something like that. Or somebody, took some type of advice or some guidance. And maybe now they don't know what to do. We got a Libra. So there's a Libra involved. Something, could happen by Libra season. We got a false flame. So there's a false flame involved. This false flame could be somebody from somebody's past. Somebody's Chinese zodiac sign could be of a goat. We got a Taurus. We got coming in as a partner or companion. So somebody, could be trying to come in as a partner or companion. For somebody, it could be somebody from their past, and it could be a false flame. So somebody just needs to be aware. But somebody's only going to be here for a good time, not a long time. Or this is somebody, that somebody has only known for a short amount of time. We got an Aquarius. So somebody could be an Aquarius. Somebody's Chinese zodiac sign could be of a rat. We got an admirer. So somebody definitely has an admirer out here. Somebody, could be being admired by a friend, acquaintance, or a co-worker. We got mirror. So something, could be being mirrored back to somebody. Or somebody, they could be, finally looking in the mirror, So, receiving some type of clarity out here. We got a feminine energy. So there's a feminine energy involved. We got a Virgo. Somebody's Chinese zodiac sign could be of a dragon. We got a Gemini. We got a Scorpio. We got a dog. So somebody's Chinese zodiac sign could be of a dog. We got a Leo. And we got a Pisces. Somebody, and we got a pig. So somebody's Chinese zodiac sign could be of a pig. And I just saw Cancer at the bottom of the deck. They're definitely, yeah, could be going back to, like somebody trying to have some type of actions out here. So somebody, could have been doing some stuff to try to alter somebody's values and morals when it comes to, like them making some type of life decisions. So going back to, like somebody being indecisive out here. I feel like it's whoever, this indecisive individual is, or it's being done to whoever this indecisive individual is. Or somebody, is, like trying to project that energy onto somebody. So somebody, would benefit, like, with like keeping a protection pouch on them, or, like, like just protecting their energy, protecting themselves. There is somebody that definitely, is secretly jealous of somebody, and they definitely, could be, like hating on somebody's romantic relationship out here. Yeah. And then we have hidden jealousy. This card ain't even supposed to be in there. This definitely, could be somebody from somebody's past. Yeah. Somebody's being told to be aware of anyone from the past wanting to enter back into their life. So, yeah, anyone. Yeah. Whoever this is, they could be causing chaos and fights in, like somebody's love connection. So I don't know. Maybe somebody, there's somebody, that has, like let somebody from their past back into their life. And maybe that's the one, that could be causing, all the drama, all the fights, or, secretly jealous and hating on somebody's romantic relationship. Whoever this is, they definitely, secretly keep tabs on somebody's every move out here. So I feel like that somebody, needs to, like, keep their moves, keep their business to themselves. This is somebody, that, like, they could be trying to compete. Or this is somebody, that, like, they could have put somebody in competition with other people. Or, they're trying to compete with somebody's new person. Or, whoever this is, they could be trying to one-up somebody. So trying to make, somebody jealous while they're secretly jealous and hating on somebody else's romantic relationship. But somebody's spiritual team is in the building. And somebody's spiritual team definitely, has somebody's back. Whoever this is, they don't know. Because the Two of Pentacles is in the reverse. So, they don't know, that, like somebody's spiritual team has their back. Like that they have their back out here. Yep. And there's somebody that definitely, could be doing some type of black magic or juju on somebody. Whoever this is, they're trying to hide behind, the actions. Whoever this is, it could secretly be keeping tabs on somebody's every move. They could be trying to dig up dirt on somebody, like to use it later. This is somebody, that could have some type of personality disorder. They don't know how to be themselves. This is somebody that could be hating on somebody's creativeness and their ideas. So this is somebody that don't know how to be themselves, but they want to compete with somebody that knows who they are, knows where they're going. Somebody, could have, shared some type of personal details about somebody to somebody. So, somebody, was pillow talking with somebody. And so there could be somebody that definitely, could have personal details about somebody's life. And so, they could, repeat those personal details. Yep. But while whoever this is, has a personality disorder, they don't even know who they are. Somebody's investing in positive change out here. And somebody's being admired for, like investing in positive change. Or, like positively, like changing their life. So somebody's being told, to continue to lead by example out here. So somebody, is being looked at as, like a great example, regardless of, the naysayers, regardless of the hate and jealous people. This is somebody that somebody possibly, isn't in communication with. That could be why somebody, is hating and jealous. Whoever this is, they're flashy. They're flashy. But whoever this is, they don't know that, somebody, was, like sent as a blessing. But this is also, too, like somebody doesn't know, that they're about to receive a blessing. So, there could be somebody, that could want to have, like some type of conversation about a resolution out here. So going back, to, like the dust is settling. But I feel like that whoever this is that, wants to have a conversation about a resolution, it's because, something is going on. Whoever this person is, they could be going through some type of storm, or, they could be, it could be the fact, that, like they could be getting some karma and they know why they're getting some karma. And it could be because of, like all the actions that they took against somebody. So somebody definitely, could want somebody to explain. Somebody wants somebody to let them explain something. I don't know, somebody, wants to try to, justify, why they try to exclude somebody, or they try to make somebody feel a certain type of way. But we got sexual energy. So somebody definitely, could be trying to pull on somebody sexually, or somebody, they're sending somebody sexual energy out here. But we got heart of gold. So somebody has a heart of gold out here. So somebody took, like somebody's kindness for weakness. And then we got divine feminine. So there's a divine feminine. We got an Aries, Taurus cusper. So there's an Aries, Taurus cusper involved. We got a man. Maybe somebody, wants to be a man now. But I feel like with this sexual energy in this man, somebody's about to find out something about somebody. But whatever, it could be about to receive some information about. I feel like somebody possibly, is not going to be surprised about some type of information. So, it goes back to, like somebody already knowing something, or, like somebody thinks that somebody doesn't know who they are. But, somebody does. There definitely, could be, like some people, that could have lost respect for whoever this is. We got confront you. So somebody just needs to be aware, because there definitely could be somebody, that could want to, like try to confront somebody. But with this excluded, this is like, somebody knows good and damn well that, they don't need to be confronting somebody out here. So going back to, the blame card. So something about, a gift. Trying to blame somebody for a gift. So I don't know if it's, like HIV, AIDS. Ooh-wee. We got fake offer. So be aware of a fake offer. If somebody thinks that they're going to try to bring forth some type of fake offer to somebody, wrong answer. But if, somebody thinks that, like they're going to try to confront somebody, wrong answer. But whatever, whatever somebody or some people have been doing, they didn't know that, somebody's spiritual team had somebody's back, and they didn't know that, no weapon that is formed against you shall prosper. Somebody has big faith. Somebody has, a lot of spiritual team members, you know what I mean? Somebody, they're on the journey that they're supposed to be on. They're on the path that they're supposed to be on. So somebody trying to send somebody some sexual energy, that's not prospering either. Somebody trying to confront somebody, it's not gonna work. Something about, yeah, the dark side. So I don't know, somebody, you know, done brought the dark side out of somebody. So this is like, yeah, like somebody, you know, yeah, basically using, you know, like, yeah, their spiritual ammunition that they was given, you know, to, yeah, protect themselves. But there could be somebody that definitely, yeah, they were acting out of pride and ego out here. We got May, so something, you know, could have happened in May. Somebody definitely, yeah, could have been trying to isolate somebody from, you know, like their support network out here. Yeah, but we got the excluded. So somebody definitely, yeah, was trying to, you know, isolate somebody or, you know, exclude somebody. We got an Aquarius, so you can be an Aquarius or have Aquarius in your chart. Or there's Aquarius involved. Be aware of somebody trying to act like that they're a changed man. Maybe they are. Maybe they realized that they were operating out of their pride and ego. Okay, great, you changed. I mean, we do have the Tower with the King of Pentacles. Great, you changed. And what's next? You know? Because I feel like somebody, you know, yeah, they're moved on with their life, or they're moving on, you know, or, you know, yeah, like they don't want to come back to the job, you know? They don't want to, yeah, live in that home anymore. Yeah, somebody, you know, has made up their mind. Like, yeah, if I'm going to be excluded, then let me be excluded. Let me do my thing being excluded, you know? If you want to isolate me, you know, yeah, well, isolate me, you know? Because, yeah, somebody has a whole spiritual team that has their back. But whoever this is, they are not aware that you know it's them. So, yeah, whoever this is, they don't think you know it's them, but you know it's them. It's definitely, yeah, somebody from somebody's past. Whoever this is, yeah, they're holding on to something that is fake. So, a fake lifestyle, fake relationship, fake job, fake money, fake whatever. But whoever this is, yeah, they were fueled by greed when they did something. I just keep hearing, yeah, fake lifestyle. Yeah, heavy Aquarius. Somebody could be a Capricorn, Aquarius, Cusper. Yep. So be aware, because, yeah, they're definitely, yeah, somebody that wants to, you know, like attach to somebody's energy out here. We got a Cancer, Leo, Cusper. So whoever this is, that could be a Cancer, Leo, Cusper, or you could be a Cancer, Leo, Cusper. This is somebody that, yeah, somebody, you know, could have been in a short-term situationship with, or, yeah, somebody just is there for a good time, not a long time. But I don't like that HIV, AIDS energy that I picked up. And I feel like, yeah, like somebody, yeah, needs to stay in that I'm good with being excluded energy, or I'm good, you know, yeah, where I'm at, I'm good with being all by myself, or whatever, you know, energy that somebody's in. I feel like somebody needs to, yeah, stay in that energy. Somebody definitely, yeah, needs to be proud of, yeah, how much that they have evolved. Somebody needs to know that, yeah, rewards are on the way. Somebody, you know, could be overthinking some type of decision out here. Or be aware, you know, of like, yeah, overthinking a decision when you know, yeah, like the answer, you know. It's like somebody, you know, yeah, like keep, every time, you know, somebody, you know, is thinking, you know, of, yeah, like, of the decision that they need to make. Somebody, you know, yeah, they keep coming in hollering about, yeah, did you make a decision yet? Did you make a decision yet? Yeah, just to kind of distract somebody. So, yeah, be aware of overthinking a decision. But I feel like whoever this is, yeah, they're overthinking some type of decision. Yeah, they're indecisive. So, I don't know what this person is on. So, somebody just needs to, yeah, protect their energy, you know, and just know that whoever this is, they definitely, yeah, want to attach to somebody's energy. Or they already tried, and they could find out that, yeah, like their bright idea wasn't so bright. Or whatever they were doing, the black magic, spells, voodoo, yeah, they could find out that their bright idea wasn't so bright. Yep, but somebody is being told, yeah, stay consistent, don't get distracted. somebody, whoever this is, they could have tried to exclude somebody because, you know, like, somebody, you know, is like real and authentic. So yeah, fake ass lifestyle, fake ass money, fake ass home, fake ass relationship, fake ass, yeah. So they don't like the fact that somebody is real and authentic. Stay real. But there definitely, yeah, is somebody, you know, that definitely, yeah, admires somebody for not falling into some type of trap out here. It could be, you know, like, yeah, like some type of obsessive power and control trap. But yep, somebody definitely needs to know that, yeah, the crown is yours. So yeah, wear it proudly. Somebody, you know, could be going back to their old ways, but it goes back to, yeah, you know, like somebody, yeah, like staying in the past, or, you know, like stuck in the past. So somebody, you know, could be going back to their old ways, or there's somebody, you know, that, yeah, they expected somebody, you know, to go back to their old ways. But somebody is going back to their old ways, so somebody's being told, yeah, don't get distracted by whoever this is. We got a Scorpio, so there could be a Scorpio involved. We got losing a home. So somebody, you know, could be losing a home out here. And it could have something to do, you know, with, yeah, like somebody going back to their old ways. Or there could be some type of investigation, you know, that could take place. We got warning about danger or trouble. So somebody, you know, could have warned somebody about some type of danger or trouble out here. Somebody, you know, could have been warned, you know, about what's to come. Or somebody, yeah, they were warned, you know, yeah, like not to take some type of actions against somebody, yeah. Somebody, yeah, they know that their bright idea wasn't so bright. So there is somebody that, yeah, they don't want no more smoke. So yeah, the dust is settling. So somebody, you know, could be trying to figure out, you know, yeah, like how, you know, to, yeah, clear the smoke, clear the air. That could be what somebody, the decision that somebody, you know, could be overthinking. But yeah, there is somebody that definitely is unaware of their impacts on their lives and other people's lives out here. Somebody definitely, yeah, could have attacked somebody's throat chakra. So somebody, you know, would benefit, you know, with, yeah, like, you know, hydrating, you know, to make sure, you know, like the throat chakra, you know, yeah, is you know, because somebody, yeah, whoever this is, they don't have integrity out here. But whoever this is, they could have duped themselves, or yeah, somebody duped themselves out here. Somebody could be a Scorpio, Sagittarius, Cusper. Somebody could be a Sagittarius, Capricorn, Cusper. But there definitely, yeah, could be somebody, you know, that, yeah, could be watching somebody from afar. Whoever this is, they don't have integrity. I don't know if they're going, yeah, this could be somebody that could be going back to their old ways, whatever their old ways are. It could have something to do, you know, with a karmic relationship. Or this is somebody, you know, that somebody was in a karmic relationship with. Or somebody, you know, is watching somebody from afar, trying to put somebody in a karmic relationship. But somebody, you know, could have warned somebody about some type of danger or some type of trouble when it comes to, yeah, like some type of karmic relationship out here. So maybe that's the blessing in disguise. But there is somebody that definitely, yeah, hasn't changed at all. They are lying. So going back to, yeah, the changed man. Nah, they ain't changed, they lying. So yeah, stay consistent, don't get distracted. Somebody, yeah, they could just be losing a home, or they, yeah, they're going through a storm. Whoever this is, yeah, they operate in, yeah, like their South Node. Whoever this is, their life could be uncontrollable out here. Yeah, somebody knows that their future is over. They know that their future is over. So that could be why they're trying to attach to somebody's energy. Whoever this is, they could have paid authorities to try to convict somebody. But yeah, somebody's excluded, you know. We got mother involved, so somebody's mother is involved. Somebody's mother could be involved, you know, with some type of karmic relationship out here. Somebody, you know, could be using fake accounts to spy on somebody. Somebody's mother, you know, could be, yeah, like hiding behind some fake accounts to spy on somebody. We got protect your property. So somebody, yeah. Somebody is being told, yeah, to protect their property, protect their energy. I don't know if somebody, you know, is trying to cause somebody to lose a home. But somebody definitely could be mad because, yeah, there's some type of generational curse that has been broken. There's somebody that definitely, yeah, they lack some type of introspection out here as well. So somebody could be overthinking a decision because they haven't, you know, yeah, inspected themselves first, you know. So whatever, yeah, is going on, somebody is being told not to stoop to their level. Somebody's mother done got involved in whatever this is. Yeah, somebody doesn't need to stoop to their level. Somebody needs to, yeah, be proud of how much that they have evolved because, yeah, rewards are on the way. Yep, and physical and spiritual justice is definitely, yeah, going to be served. Somebody, you know, could be, yeah, like mad because, you know, like somebody could be parting ways with them. Or something about, yeah, like somebody, you know, could have, yeah, like threatened somebody. Like, if you part ways with me, yeah, I'm going to cause trouble. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Yeah, and I feel like that whoever this is, yeah, going back to, yeah, the chaotic consequences. So, yeah, somebody want to cause chaos and they're going to receive chaotic consequences. Yep, nobody is excluded from, yeah, whatever this punishment is that's about to take place. Yeah, the spiritual and physical justice. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be daydreaming about a new life out here, but whoever this is, they don't have no integrity. They're daydreaming about a new life because, yeah, their life is all out of control and screwed up. So, yeah, protect your energy. From whoever this is watching you from afar, whoever this is, you know, that, yeah, it could definitely be somebody from somebody's past out here. It could be multiple people, you know, not just one person. But yeah, there is somebody or some people that could want to, yeah, attach to somebody's energy because, yeah, they wanted to know what somebody knows. So they know that somebody, you know, has some type of spiritual gifts. If somebody, you know, has a social media platform, yeah, they're watching somebody trying to figure out, yeah, what somebody knows. Or somebody, you know, could be trying to, yeah, like figure out what somebody knows so that, you know, like when they reveal some information to somebody, you know, yeah, like they can, you know, like fill in the parts that they don't want somebody to know. But somebody possibly could want to reveal some information to somebody that they could be parting ways with somebody or some people, parting ways with somebody that they were in a karmic relationship with, parting ways with their family, their mother. I don't know. But whoever this is, yeah, they're living in the past. They haven't changed at all. Somebody's a liar. Yeah, acting like that they're ready to commit. Whoever this is, they haven't changed at all. Their future is over. Yeah, this is somebody, you know, that, yeah, they could have been involved in doing some type of black magic and spells out here. All the while, somebody, yeah, is out here breaking generational curses. Or, yeah, somebody, you know, they did something. They did black magic and spells. Somebody, you know, could want to reveal some information that they did black magic and spells, or they know who did black magic and spells. I don't know. But, yeah, whoever this person is, they didn't think things through. And, yeah, their future is over. Yeah, because they decided to go the wrong way. And they're still going the wrong way. Whoever this is, yeah, they don't want the same thing as somebody. So somebody definitely, yeah, could be being protected from this person. But somebody is also being told to, yeah, protect themselves from this person. Yeah, because it's not worth it. So I don't know, somebody, you know, yeah, they're trying to, you know, like rouse somebody up, you know, or they're trying to, yeah, get somebody, you know, to, yeah, get in their dark bag, you know. But I feel like whoever this is, maybe, yeah, like somebody's dark bag in the past was, yeah, put them paws on them. But I feel like now that somebody, yeah, is a divine being, yeah, their dark bag is to, yeah, spiritually spite or fight. Somebody spiritually spites somebody, or somebody spites somebody for being spiritual. But yeah, you know, spiritually fight, speaking, yeah, like allowing their spiritual team, yeah, to fight their battles, yeah, allow the Most High God to fight their battle. So somebody, you know, could have gotten pulled in deeper into, you know, like some type of situation. Somebody's mother could have gotten pulled in deeper. But there definitely, yeah, could be somebody or some people that could be talking about somebody for all the right reasons. So somebody mad, that's why somebody is ready to commit, because people are talking about somebody for all the right reasons. But yeah, so yeah, whoever this is, they could want to wave the white flag. But they really don't want to wave the white flag. Maybe they do. But I feel like that this is a past person. So going back to, yeah, what the card said, somebody needs to, you know, like protect their energy from anybody from their past. Because it's kind of like whoever these people are, you know, they didn't accept somebody, they didn't want somebody around, or, you know, yeah, like, yeah, they made somebody feel a certain type of way. And so, yeah, they have to go through this tower moment, or they have to, yeah, go through whatever, you know, they need to go through in order, yeah, so this is like, yeah, like somebody ready to commit, but they haven't changed at all. While somebody, you know, was, yeah, 50, you know, steps ahead of whoever this is. So, yeah, it's unequally yoked. It's not going to work anyway. Yeah. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with an O, but we got caution. So, yeah, somebody is being told to use caution. Somebody, you know, they could have been cautioned about something. Now they find out that their bright idea, you know, wasn't so bright. But, yep, somebody definitely, yeah, could find out that they were left out of some type of plan out here. So, we got bringing a deal to the table. So somebody, you know, could be trying to bring some type of deal to the table. So whatever this plan is that somebody, you know, was left out of, I feel like somebody was supposed to be in some type of plan out here. Or yeah, in a good way. But if like somebody, you know, was, yeah, like trying to leave somebody out, I feel like, yeah, like somebody, yeah, it was for somebody's good, you know, it was good for somebody to be left out of something. Because it kind of like, it could have saved somebody. We got an illegal recording of you. So somebody, you know, could have some type of illegal recording of somebody. Or somebody said that they have a legal recording of somebody, but this could be somebody that somebody, you know, hasn't even communicated with. Or be aware, you know, use caution, because somebody could be trying to get some type of illegal recording of somebody. But we have angel number 410, so you could be seeing the angel number 410. It's 9/11 on the clock, so you could be seeing 911 a lot. September the 11th could be significant. But love, new beginnings, positive changes are on their way after a season of hardship. So excluded with the 10 of Wands, yeah, that's a season of hardship that somebody has gone through. We got wrongly convicted of a crime. So somebody, you know, could claim that they have some type of illegal recording of somebody. I don't know, yeah, if it was to, you know, like try to get somebody convicted of a crime. But yeah, illegal recording and wrongly convicted. Yeah, we got communication from the past. So be aware of, yeah, anybody from the past. Somebody could have been trying to wrongly, you know, get somebody convicted of a crime because of, you know, like something that somebody, you know, could have said in the past. But yeah, like, first of all, I feel like whatever somebody said in the past, it wasn't, you know, it couldn't be used against somebody, you know, to, yeah, get somebody to be convicted of a crime. But then on top of that, yeah, somebody, you know, could have tried to illegal record somebody in the past, trying to use somebody's words against them. Yep. But everybody knows what they did. And somebody, you know, yeah, they were ignoring their gut feelings out here. We got a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Yeah, we got a Cancer, Leo, Cusper. So whoever this is, yeah, they created their own fate by their own actions. especially when they try to use somebody's words against them. So somebody, you know, could be hesitant to open up because the truth, they know that the truth can cause a blow up out here. But yeah, they created their own fate by their own actions. So whatever they were trying to do, yeah, backfire, backfire, backfire. Now somebody doesn't know what to do. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be, you know, like determined to change somebody. Or that, you know, was, yeah, what somebody was trying to do, you know, trying to change somebody, trying to, you know, get somebody, yeah, to go back to their old ways. But yeah, backfire, backfire, backfire. Yep, but somebody definitely, yeah, could be hesitant to open up because the truth can cause a blow up. But whoever this is, yeah, they didn't destroy their future trying to play some type of petty game. So yeah, there's a petty game that definitely, yeah, backfired on somebody or some people. Yep, and you could be seeing the angel number 911. So it's all about endings and new beginnings, spiritual enlightenment and growth. Yeah, we got Scorpio. So yeah, heavy Scorpio. So yeah. Somebody definitely, yeah, needs to use caution when it comes to a Sagittarius, Capricorn, cusper. Because we got assault and battery. So I don't know, you know, somebody, yeah, could try to assault somebody, or somebody, you know, was trying to wrongly get somebody convicted of a crime, you know, when it comes to assault and battery, or that's what somebody's trying to do, you know, like get somebody, you know, to, yeah, say something, you know, so they could, you know, get them wrongly convicted of a crime. But just, yeah, use caution. We got a Libra. There is somebody that, yeah, or people that are determined to change somebody. They want to control somebody's life out here. Yep. But somebody's being told to continue to be the mysterious and secretive individual that they are. You know, continue to move in silence out here. But we got this. So somebody, you know, could have said something, you know, about that. Or somebody, you know, could find out about this. I don't know, somebody, you know, could have some type of recording of somebody. I don't feel like it's, yeah, the divine being. I feel like, yeah, the backfire, yeah, it's going to expose somebody or some people. Yep. But there are somebody or some people that are about to find out, yeah, what the spirit, what the power of choice does. So yeah, be aware, use caution, because there is somebody or some people that think that they know your strengths and weaknesses. But I feel like they thought that they knew your strengths and weaknesses, and yeah, it backfired. But if they think that they know somebody's strengths and weaknesses, it definitely, yeah, is going to backfire. We got a family rivalry, so there could be some type of family rivalry going on. So going back to, yeah, competition. So somebody in somebody's family, you know, could be trying to compete with them, trying to, you know, like one up them. Yeah, somebody's greedy karmic family is involved. So yeah, somebody's being told, yeah, don't sink to their level out here. There's a whole house of villains out here. So there could be people that live in a whole, you know, like in one house. But something about, yeah, somebody losing their home. So whoever these people are, yeah, they created their own fate by their own actions. So whoever these people are, they could know where somebody lives. Or they think that they know where somebody lives. But yeah, like with this backfire, this is like, yeah, like, you know, like somebody, yeah, like somebody, you know, like coming to somebody's house, you know, and then, yeah, like it backfires. So, I don't know. Somebody, you know, definitely, yeah, could have to, you know, like defend themselves if they need to. But we got a sister, so there's a sister involved. But yeah, somebody's boastful behavior causes a big disaster out here. And they're definitely, yeah, somebody that is going through an identity crisis. Whoever this is, yeah, they've been faking for too long. Yeah, somebody's friend has no integrity, so somebody's friend could be determined to change somebody. But whoever this friend is, they could have been a part of some type of illegal recording, or, they created their own fate by their own actions by getting involved. So we got hiring a lawyer. So somebody, could be, like hiring a lawyer, or somebody, could need to hire a lawyer. But there definitely is somebody or some people that definitely, could be trying to figure out how to make the karma stop. And they think that, like attaching to, like somebody's energy is going to make the karma stop. It's not. It's going to make it 10 times worse. Yeah. There's somebody or some people that are showing signs of stress and depression out here for trying to use somebody's words against somebody. This is like, going back to the card, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. But that's a Bible verse. So somebody that's doing black magic and spells, juju, or whatever they do, and then stuff starts happening, and then the first thing that they want to say is, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. When? How? Where? Yeah, because they all gonna prosper. Because you're using, you're doing dark stuff, for, your intentions are bad when it comes to, because all spell work isn't bad. It's what you do, not how you do. So, yeah. Somebody definitely, could get fired from a job. Somebody possibly, could try to say that addictions made them do it, but we did see the addict card. So somebody definitely, could be hiring a lawyer out here. There's a co-worker, so somebody's co-worker could be involved. Somebody's co-worker, could undermine somebody, or somebody's co-worker, could be trying to compete with somebody. Somebody's co-worker is involved. But there is somebody or some people that, they're in a very dark place out here. Yeah, there's somebody or some people, their foundation is crumbling. We got Pisces season, so something, could have taken place in Pisces season. Somebody, could have been determined to change somebody since Pisces season. Or somebody, they claim to have a legal recording of somebody, But somebody, avoiding, this situation, leads to a bigger mess out here. Somebody's life path could be the number 9. Yeah, something about a coworker. Somebody's coworker is involved. Or like I said, it's just multiple people. We got 2010, so the year of 2010 could be significant. Somebody, could have tried to wrongly get somebody convicted of a crime in 2010. Somebody, could have some type of legal recording of somebody from 2010. But there is somebody or some people that they're under judgment for judging you. Yeah. And these people could be mad because somebody has their ducks in a row out here. Somebody is being told to stay consistent, don't get distracted, and keep your ducks in a row. We got a father, so there's a father involved, or a baby father. Something could have backfired and hit somebody's father. Somebody thinks that somebody's dad, like somebody's trying to control somebody. I don't know. Or somebody, like somebody's father, could be trying to, come back in somebody's life. But I feel like that it's for, they have ulterior motives. Somebody's friend's father. But somebody's life path definitely, could be the number 9. But somebody definitely, could be about to receive some type of phone call out here. Or somebody, could receive some type of message. Be aware, of, somebody, trying to, invite somebody somewhere, especially, especially when it comes, to, people that, you can't trust. We got a Capricorn, Aquarius, Cusper. Yeah, somebody definitely, is going through an identity crisis out here. Somebody definitely, has been faking for too long. We got a sister. So something about, somebody's greedy karmic family out here. But somebody's boastful behavior definitely, causes a big disaster out here. We got the third eye chakra. So whoever this is going through an identity crisis they've been faking for too long. They've been acting like their third eye is open and it's closed shut, possibly for good. So whoever was trying to compete with somebody, trying to one up somebody, the person that they were trying to compete against or one up or have a one up, their third eye is open. But they know it. Maybe they didn't know it. They know it now. Maybe they looked at somebody as an unsolicited advice giver. Now they realize that they should have listened. Now they realize that all their bright ideas wasn't so bright. But playtime is over. Whoever has been, like forever playing the victim, their show is over, and playtime is over. We got vandalism of property, so somebody, is being told, like to protect, like their property. But somebody, they could have been boasting about, like vandalizing somebody's property or, whatever they were doing, they could have been, boasting about it. And it causes a big disaster. Boomerang. So the boomerang returns back to the person that sent it. So somebody definitely, could receive, like a letter in the mail out here. We got ex's family members, so somebody's ex's family members could be involved. Something, backfired on somebody's ex's family members out here. There could be a letter that could have been returned. Or there's a letter that didn't reach somebody. We got recalling past events. So somebody's ex's family members could be recalling past events, or Yep, and it could be causing some arguing, fighting to go on. Yep. But this is also giving me too, like people, South Node people, they just want, to be in somebody's energy. They just, they could be determined to change somebody. So they're trying to, get somebody to sink to their level. Don't sink to their level. Or, that's what somebody was trying to do. So somebody's going to try to say that, like addictions made them do it. Or, there's people that are trying to judge somebody, when it comes to somebody's past. But somebody, has made, like the ultimate change out here. You can be seeing the angel number 555. So somebody definitely, could want somebody to allow them to explain. But whoever this is, they want somebody to take their guard down. This is somebody that claims that they love somebody. But if they love somebody, they wouldn't have done, what they have done. So somebody's being told, like don't let fear dictate your life. So whoever this is, they could have been trying to instill some type of fear. Somebody, could be, paying for readings out here. So I feel like that somebody, possibly, needs to speak up, or somebody doesn't need to be afraid to speak up out here. We got air signs, so Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Heavy air. We got an Aries. So there's an Aries involved. Something about, father to father conversation. But we got driving past your home. So there is somebody that knows where somebody lives. Somebody definitely, could be driving past somebody's home out here. So if somebody, was feeling, a certain type of way, somebody needs to trust their intuition. Don't, underestimate your own abilities. But I'm also picking up, too, that, there could be somebody, that could be trying to, get something started. So, they could reach out to somebody and be like, such and such is driving past your home. You know this, you know that. But somebody, they could already know it. So we got please believe me. So somebody definitely, wants to manipulate somebody to believe whatever it is that they want, like somebody to believe. But with this please believe me and this boomerang, somebody don't believe somebody. We got a negative blood test. So something about, yeah, a negative blood test. I don't know if somebody's about to find out that somebody's not somebody's father out here. But going back to the HIV, the AIDS, yeah, somebody, yeah, they could receive a negative blood test out here. So I don't know if somebody gonna try to be like, yeah, such and such, and so yeah, somebody's gonna have to stand up for themselves and be like, look, I don't know what y'all own, you know what I mean? But my body's clean, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, somebody doesn't need to be afraid to speak up. Cause yeah, somebody's busted, they're disgusted, and yeah, they're never to be trusted out here. Whoever this is, yeah, they're just butthurt about, yeah, somebody's life. Because somebody's happy and somebody's humble. We got a jealous parent, so there could be a jealous parent involved. They could be trying to come in with some type of small talk. But yeah, there's some people that are butthurt because, yeah, they've been left in the dust. Somebody, could have hired a private investigator. But yeah, somebody definitely needs to know that, yeah, their prayers have been answered out here. And for somebody, yeah, if somebody is single, yeah, somebody's lone wolf days are over. So somebody needs to know that they have the right to choose. Yeah. So somebody has, yeah, free will out here. Yep, life is full of decisions. We are free to make our own decisions. And so, yeah, there are some people that created their own fate by their own actions and their decisions. And somebody definitely, yeah, is about to live the life that they deserve out here. Because of the power of choice. So somebody chose, to be happy and humble about their life. Somebody chose to make a change. Somebody chose to not stoop to these people's levels. Somebody chose, yeah, to heal. Somebody chose what they chose. Yeah, and somebody else chose addictions. So they can, use the excuse that addictions made them do whatever they did. Somebody's going to keep pushing forward, even when facing obstacles. So somebody wasn't fully informed about some information. So I feel like some people are about to find out. Anything else? Oh, they weren't fully informed that, yeah, karma has no deadline. So, yeah, we did see the year 2010. So somebody's receiving karma for, yeah, 2010. So somebody definitely, yeah, could be hiring a lawyer. Somebody, has been praying, for some type of clarity or, yeah, for answers, all the way back 15 years ago. But we did, yeah, pick up 15 years, yesterday? Yeah, somebody's prayers have been answered. We got a Sagittarius, Capricorn, Cusper that's involved. We got an Aries, Taurus, Cusper. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with a D. We got this. So something about, yeah, somebody's father, somebody's sister. Yeah, be aware of, yeah, somebody or some people, like trying to break somebody's confidence. But it's only because, yeah, their confidence is broken. So, yeah, somebody, is being told, to continue to cleanse their energy. Somebody, could be held in contempt of court out here. That could be how somebody, something goes in somebody's favor as well. But somebody definitely, yeah, could be too embarrassed to show their face. And it could be because of, yeah, them either saying, that somebody was transmitting a disease or, yeah, because, yeah, they're transmitting a disease out here. Yeah. We got 1 to 5 years. So somebody, could have been transmitting a disease for the last 1 to 5 years. Or somebody, yeah, they could get, 1 to 5 years locked up. Or somebody, yeah, was trying to wrongly convict somebody of, like a crime. It could be, yeah, of transmitting some type of disease. But we got positive blood test. So somebody is too embarrassed to show their face because of, yeah, a positive blood test out here. I don't know if somebody's negative blood test, went from negative to positive. So, like, yeah, if somebody dealt with somebody, yeah, like, they didn't have something, so somebody, could have gotten something, yeah, after somebody, stopped dealing with them. So somebody, yeah, they stopped dealing with somebody, 15 years ago or, however long, and so, yeah, like, within the last 1 to 5 years, something, could have transpired. Mm-hmm. So we got shut up money. So there could be somebody or some people that definitely, yeah, could have, like paid somebody some shut up money. Or be aware of somebody, like trying to pay somebody some shut up money. Yep, whoever these people are, yeah, they're South Node people. And whoever these people are, yeah, they forced God's hand out here. So maybe somebody, has been too embarrassed to show their face for the last 1 to 5 years. Maybe, yeah, like somebody's ready to speak up. But somebody definitely needs to know that, yeah, they are about to live the life that they deserve, for sure. So, as I always say, y'all, keep your head held high and your middle finger higher, and everything's going to turn out in your favor. With that being said, y'all, that's been your message. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.